Hello everyone, welcome back to Keylocker. Last time we entered the palace and we found out about Pandora's game, and today we're going to explore this place. I don't actually remember where we've been before. We've been in here, that's right. We took a significant amount of time learning the lore of this game, and I'm kind of happy that they put it in at the end just for, you know, because I had not gotten it along the way here. I do wish that they had told the story as part of the gameplay and made what happened relevant. You know, it's like the iceberg theory of world building. You give the readers or the players exactly what they need to understand the emotions and impact of the scene they're seeing right at that moment. And it is a big temptation for writers. I have a feeling that these developers are very much self-taught. It is a big temptation to want to share every tiny little aspect of the world building with the viewers, with the readers, with the players. But the truth is, only a small number of players actually want that. And so you want to save that for bonus material or something, you know, like on your official website or you know, Patreon or whatever. That's generally the way to go. But this is fine. It is off to the side, it is optional, and I chose that option. Alright, there's nothing down here. So we gotta go up the stairs. Earful, made to listen to piano music from below at all times. It's you! You still got that shackle on? Nobody was able to hack it off? You and your friends managed to get here then. Is it all you've ever imagined? Does the palace of the gods exceed your expectations? Honestly, I can't see very much of it because my view is kind of forced to see the ground. Seriously, Cronus? You were trying to kidnap me the last time I saw you. Don't act so casual. There's a why for everything. It just so happens I can't share much with you at the moment. There's two of him. Not without breaching my own contracts. So you're just not going to explain anything to me? How unfair is that? I've never tried to play a fair game with you, Bobo. I'm the next in line to the throne of Saturn, and you're the one who wants to shatter that throne. We are supposed to be natural enemies, but here we are. I want nothing but to be closer to you, and I admire everything you've done for your friends. You're courageous, fierce, intelligent, at times even a bit funny. Every single challenge thrown your way, you simply brave through them. You're unstoppable, while I'm just a pawn following orders. How could we be equals? If you don't want us to be equals, then what is it you want from me? You said you had a plan for doppelgangers to be involved in the breeding grounds technology. Okay, I did not read that right, but that's the text. You said you wanted a better world for all of us. I do! That's all I want! But for this plan to work, you need to do what you want to do, Bobo. If I tell you my plans, I'll have control over you. You will want to follow my lead. Because that's the natural path a doppelganger follows when they hear the words of a satellite. Not me. I mean, I would not have been able to slay them if they could just tell me to stop. I can't tell you anything, because I want you to be free. Even if you or I make a mess of all this, I want all this to be your own choice. I think I half understand what you mean. Half is enough. So, did you go through Forgotten Technology? You saw me there? On the bench that summons the person you wish to see the most? No? How'd you know about that? You did, didn't you? How endearing. Stop patronizing me. I've just been lonely for far too long. You were the last person I talked to. You're pretty memorable after all. The almighty prince of our empire, next in line for the throne. Exactly. A man of my position. It would be far too dangerous for us to be together, Bobo. I don't want that. A satellite and a doppelganger? Can you imagine how scandalous that would be? I'm sure my father would be further disappointed in me, much more than he already is. Should we try it? Being together? I'm sure I'd find entertainment in that. Just so you can poke your father? No thanks. You're not going to be using me for your schemes anymore. You think that's what this is all about? When my whole body sparkled with electricity the first time I saw you, like being struck by lightning? Sadly for you, I'm not interested. Did I get the wrong impression here then? Well, I apologize profusely for wasting your time, my lady. I will make sure to be as far away from you as possible. Say no more. You can go on your way. I'm sure you're busy enough as it is. Honestly, not my ship. Homage to the origins of us all, believed to be from the ocean. That's supposed to be an evolution reference? This society is so far removed from that they probably have no idea about it. Evolution, that is. Sacred animals from an age long past. Seahorses represent the encounter between good and evil. For all I know, that's true. Akasha Spaceship Control Room. Can I have this key? The key to understanding space-time is understanding one's own mind structure. Well, that's part of it. Because space and time, well, it's the key to understanding anything, right? Because we have concepts, right? Everything that we think of is a concept that is created in our minds. And we talk about things, we're talking about concepts. The things actually do exist, but we don't understand that, we don't comprehend the things. We comprehend the concepts we make about the information that is gathered by our senses in our minds. Custom-built PC overclocked to maintain key processes around the entire tube. Has instructions on how to detach entire tube zones after inputting a special password. Can we destroy it? Can we get rid of it? Navigation tools to derivate local cardinal coordinates around deep space. You mean deviate? Or are you just putting words together? I think this would be the other way around. The key to understanding our own mind is to understand space-time. Well, I guess they're linked, right? Because we exist within space and time, and our consciousness is weird because it's distributed through the brain that is over space, and so like consciousness is not one thing. We just convince ourselves to, it just feels like it's one thing because each part of our consciousness is aware of the other parts, and to some degree or not to some degree, and it ends up feeling like we are a coherent whole singular entity at any given time, when if you really pause to pay attention, sometimes if you like hear something and see something at very close time intervals, it's hard to tell which came first. Like if you've ever heard of the stopped clock illusion, like if you look at a clock and it seems like at that moment a second lasts 2 seconds, that's because our brain is not compiling it. Our brain takes in information at a finite speed, and it processes that information at a finite speed. And so the time it takes for our brain to process that we're seeing the clock is longer than ends up making it seem like the second lasts longer because we didn't notice the information when we were seeing the previous second. And all of consciousness is like that. All of consciousness that it is the story our brain tells itself about the order of events and how everything connects together. If that isn't mind-bending, I don't know what is. Fine, doppelganger, have you waved goodbye to the wasteful parts of a tube already? Remember that every great truth begins as heresy and ends as superstition. What is that supposed to mean? Well, I guess we're not fighting yet. I mean, we haven't really... Have we found anything egregious that Prometheus has done? I mean, we just kind of fight all satellites, right? And Prometheus is a satellite, so we gotta fight him, right? But yeah, he hasn't done anything nearly as egregious as some of the others we've fought. What is this room? This looks like the place we went to see Laplace's demon. What are these? I mean, eyeballs, obviously. Deltarune reference? Ah, yes. I was wondering if we get to see you again. It seems really... So you let me... Should be refunded. Nobody, please. I was like, we got this option at the very beginning of the game, and then never again. I'm like, can we... I guess I can't go to the other side. I'm like, I was thinking about this. I was like, are we gonna get this opportunity again? Seems kind of a waste if it's only at the beginning. Yeah, that's for pro players, not noobs like me. The chateau. The TV station is broken. How will you watch the next episode of What is Wrong with Director Kim? Can we already read that text? It's weird nursery. Giant bear. I believe this was an enemy from Virgo versus the Zodiac. Hello. You are kind of our enemy, right? I don't actually remember what happened last episode. Pandora! Where's Rocket? Where did you take him? Oh yeah, she took Rocket. Give me back my friend!
Rocket? What's that? A rocket to fly?
You playing dumb with me now? Rocket's my jukebot, obviously.
He's with Sargon.
Sargon, huh? Then Rocket must be safe.
My dolls, you're all my dolls. Father, why haven't you been visiting me? I know you're no longer with me. You must think I have betrayed you, your favorite. Through the shackles I put you in, I can only hear your pain whisper. So faint, barely intelligible. You still exist within a place that's not my own, and yet my shivering body can feel your loving embrace. You promised you would come to see my game this time, that you would see me if I succeeded. She will sing for us, Father. I found a perfect bug. Broken enough to be used by us. It's all for our great plan. Not Titan, ours. I've been breeding bugs for so long, but they all became viruses minus this one.
Lore?
She can sing, Father. She can. Her voice is so beautiful, silky, and perfectly flawless. She sounds like the angel of death coming to charge for the lives we've stolen. She's not junk. She is my perfect doll.
I'm not your doll, Pandora. You're out of your mind.
Oh, my lovely little doll. You've arrived. It's not time for the tea party just yet, so feel free to roam around. Be careful with my baby. He loves to bite.
Ow, my voice.
If you only had one slot to back up one of your friends, who would you choose?
I can't simply choose between one and the others, can I? They're all my friends. I want everyone backed up.
Well, consider you have no choice. Or rather, if you could only take one of them with you on the spaceship that's leaving Saturn, who would you bring with you?
This is messed up. Of course, it's only hypothetical, right? Because we're not gonna have to make this choice. Never, ever, ever, ever. Absolutely not. Well, part of me wants to pick Rocket because of that prophecy we saw with Janice. But part of me, of course, we gotta pick Dealer because Dealer is a... no. Scratch what I was about to say. I was about to say Dealer is a conscious entity, but Rocket is also a conscious entity. Most likely. Let's say with my understanding of consciousness, Rocket would be a conscious entity. I may be wrong, but yeah. So, what should we do? What should we choose? Let's hope this doesn't impact the end of the game. I'm gonna say Dealer, but then it's going to... Or should I be in character? But we'll probably say Rocket, thinking this is not a real choice, right? There we go. No more text. It's just... This was optional, I think. No. We go out and then we go up the stairs. You might have seen me in the forest before, you know, forgotten technology. I am a residual state of matter belonging to that place, but Pandora requested to have me. I had to come, but I don't know for how long I shall last outside the forest. At what cost, really, when all I do all day is watch Pandora knitting and breaking her dolls. She's like a reckless child in an adult's body. I wish I could return to my friends. Is there any way I can help you? No, there's not. But I appreciate your kindness. That is interesting. I like when stories take characters and bring them together at different moments. Oh. I was trying to interact with the squirt gun. Hello? I could just walk past you. I thought you were blocking the way. Yeah, some of these toys look like body parts. Of course, there's doppelganger frames, or whatever they're called.
The flying baby head does baby noises.
Oh. Oh. It's not that person talking. Alright, we can go up now. So that was a choice we had to make. Oh! Is it boss time? Emperor! Or should I say Titan? Saturn 6? The sixth son of Saturn, but the only one not to come out as a failure. Because you killed every single brother and sister of yours that came before you. You ate them in your assimilation ritual. Just to become the strongest of them all. The closest to your father's, Saturn. This is new to me. Have we heard this before? Saturn tried to rewind time to bring those you ate back, and you threatened to break the clock. Huh? Huh? And lock you both in an inescapable loop. You made yourself powerful enough to make even Saturn respond to you. The most notorious figure of the satellite system. Do you wonder how I know all this? Although the Institute blocked my access to knowledge since I wasn't in the correct caste for that, I stole books at the Institute and learned how to read by myself. It was hard, but necessary. I knew it would prove useful. Just watch. He's not going to respond, and we're going to turn the chair around, and he's going to be dead. I learned first, and I taught Dealer. We then taught all the scrapyard kids that were at the Institute how to read. They didn't understand the purpose of reading when the system told them not to. Maybe it was useless for most of them, but not for me. I visited all the zones of the tube. I've seen all kinds of people, all kinds of realities. And for what I've seen and read, you've been administrating our tube poorly. The satellites under your command are corrupt and need to be taken out of power. Tethys ordered Sargon to kidnap me so she could eat my carcass. My brother was kidnapped by Telesto and lost his arm in the process. I was controlled, stripped of my will, and almost killed by Epimetheus. Me and my fellow scrapyardigans have been hunted by the police in every zone we've been to. And for what? The crime of being bugged when I was made this way by you yourself? Your people also kidnapped and hurt Rocket, snatching him out of his memories and damaging his floppy disk, forcing your own son, the prince, against his will, to hunt me and prove his allegiance. And last but not least, locking the djinns within the confines of the music boxes to seal away music. The only thing that could bring back power to the people. And the only thing you could use against them. For all these crimes, I will punish you, Father. I'm sure you're appalled by the idea that you are vital in my creation. Oh my God. Text. So much text. The creation of this bug. You always appeared to me as a nearly featureless figure. From a distance, or from the distance you imposed upon your subjects, you were nothing but an idea. You veiled yourself with a thick haze, created an illusion of what was towering over us. A father to watch over us all. And as a father, you served your purpose well. You were absent, opaque, and rigid to those you've created. Made us to serve you, but then you've abandoned us once we started asking for more. Be that humans or doppelgangers, you've abandoned us all. Silence is all I receive from you. I guess, why would you answer a mere sandfly from the slums? I've waited for this day my whole life. The day where I'd finally see you in the flesh. I've been rehearsing what kinds of words I would say to you. But now that I'm finally here, now that you've seen the path you've left behind you, there's nothing more to say. You've not only abandoned us, the people of Saturn, but you also made us suffer through your misguided decisions. You put us through hell by detaching the scrapyard zone. You got rid of such a large part of the population, and for what? What do you gain from your revenge? Huh? Answer me! Yeah, called it. What? What is this? You rehearsed that speech for so long. Titan, he's dead?
Oh my! Look, Prometheus, we have visitors. When was the last time?
Not too long ago.
What is this? What did you do to Titan? Why is he...
Oh, it has been an illusion projected by me in the name of my beloved Pandora.
Epimetheus, are you trying to take credit here after what you've done?
No, Pandora, please allow me to explain. I didn't mean to upset you. You know how much I love you.
Weren't you dead, dude?
No, your brilliant brother locked me inside a data pod on the Keybase network. So I always had a chance to escape. He never found out how to get rid of me. Dealer, you can't do one thing by yourself, man.
Now where were we? Ah yes, the deceit. All this time you've been imagining he's alive, watching over you, paying attention to your every move, when he's been gone all along. How shocking.
It can't be true.
Titan is dead, my dear, and that has been the truth for many years now.
But how? His projections. He was the one to order the scrapyard zone gone. All this time is spent thinking of my revenge.
His words were always my own, my sweet little doll. I ordered the detachment of the scrapyard zone. A fake AI-generated projection was used based off of his original avatar and voice bank.
How'd you get this past the other satellites?
They don't need to know. They're all fools following Titan blindly. And each zone of the tube gets to enjoy announcements from their deceased emperor.
So this is gonna be our final boss fight.
No suffering. Everyone is happy.
People just want someone in power with clear ideas to believe and follow. The weight of choice to be taken from them. Pandora simply had the idea to alleviate their suffering. You couldn't possibly blame her for wanting what's best for her people.
It was easy to make it sound like him as well. Titan has always been the most tedious of us all. I don't understand why Father Saturn doted on him so much. That's why I murdered him myself. I mean, I had help, of course, from my devoted husband.
My sunshine, you are my everything. I shall follow your designs until the end of time. Alright, so we've got a weird relationship here. You will never be enough for her, Prometheus. She will always need me. Stop this right this instant, brother, if you don't wish for me to kill my own kin.
Stop, you two. This is ridiculous in front of our guest.
Pandora, you've murdered Titan? Well, that was long before I even sparked you. Sparked me? You're my creator? Yes, indeed. Why did you think I was in your closet back in the scrapyard zone? I am the god of Spark, the one to give life to doppelgangers. You came out as a failure in the Spark distribution, just our luck. He and Pandora have been trying relentlessly to generate doppelganger of a faulty string of DNA. One who can sing and produce infinite electricity for us.
It was quite complicated. The formulas to make the likes of you were lost. We found a way to generate your DNA through the Algol 60.
Reference to Virgo.
Short for Algorithmic Language 1960. It was an ancient programming language created before many that we currently use, but that was the only one the prince hadn't explored yet, so we had to give it a try. Soon enough, we found results. You, 8080, are special, a precious resource in this world.
Being able to spark you has been a miracle.
Once I give you to Father Saturn, he will make his favorite once again.
He'll make me his favorite once again.
Won't he, Prometheus?
Of course, my sunshine. You're Saturn's greatest daughter. There's nothing you can't do. Your father would be a madman not to recognize that. I just noticed that the three of them have the same color scheme on their head flowy things. You're already my favorite, Pandora. Take my wife's name out of your mouth. A precious resource? What do you mean by that? Because I can produce electricity with my song?
Bingo, doppelganger.
I won't live as a slave to Saturn producing electricity for him.
You'll do as I say, my precious doll. You're nothing if I don't give you purpose.
I think dealer disconnecting us from the Keybase network might have something to say about that. Saturn is the Lord of Death and he will come for us all, but as long as you work for him, the world's clock will have enough electricity to function while our spaceship relocates to Nibiru. Our immortality shield will be perpetually active as long as you fulfill your duty.
This is, in fact, the great project that Titan so obnoxiously talked about. To be above time, above death, and above matter. Until one day I felt his weak body against mine crumbling under my claws. His weakness was always his limited time. He loved me dearly, and well, for me, he was a useful tool. Like Prometheus here. or Epimetheus?
Yes, my beloved, I'll always serve you with all my might. No, I'll be the one to serve her. God's got issues.
So all we know is that this great project was never successful. But I have you, so Father will surely show himself to me again. And give me back my place as next in line for the throne.
Not so fast! Look who it is. You're not next in line for the throne, Pandora. I am.
Oh, here comes the rebellious pupil. Blah, 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 Daddy doesn't love me.
I never said that. In fact, I am against my father. Don't waste your time. She's beyond madness now. She killed Titan. I know, but it's not what you think it is, Bobo. Pandora doesn't have all the information. Father's been keeping her out of the loop. For now, I'll protect the crown. Spare us that talk about birthrights, Cronus.
You're not fit to rule, nor is Hyperion, that brute. I am.
Pandora, you're beyond reason. You think that playing with your dolls gave you any idea how it is to rule an empire? You'll always be nothing but a child whining for her daddy.
I'm not a child. Stop disrespecting me, Hyperion. You're so full of envy because Father loves me more.
I will not take those who slander my wife lightly. Why are you working with the prince now, Hyperion? I thought you were better than that. As I recall, you used to hate his guts. I do, deeply. He's beyond repenting for his stupidity, but he's the enemy of my enemies. And I will not allow Pandora to fool the satellites any longer. Titan is alive, Pandora. You know nothing, you vermin, because Father Saturn kept you out of the loop. Vermin! If you can't respect the sanctity of the succession line, then what will become of the satellite institution?
You can only think of the sanctity of the state when it benefits you. When you decided to experiment on doppelgangers creating these viruses instead, you thought nothing of the sanctity of our gift of creation, or the satellite's pact. He and Prometheus are the rightful rulers of the Saturnian throne.
See, Hyperion, she'll invite just about anyone to take the crown.
You insolent, pathetic little whiny child! Always asking Hyperion for help. Kill him, Prometheus. I can't stand to listen to his voice anymore. Too much like Titans.
Yes, my sunshine, please rest while I take care of this minor inconvenience. Don't even think of taking all the credit. Here we go. It's boss time. I wonder if this is the final boss, or if there's more game after this. Hey guys, I know I got caught in the middle of this, but I just want to put an end to Pandora. You'll have to pass through me first, my creation. Don't worry, Bobo, me and Hyperion will help you. What are you doing? Just defense? Okay. We're solo battling this. Okay, we do have our companions. I'm gonna give myself some of this. We do have milkshakes, right? Oh, what? I get to control the satellites as party members? Was not expecting this. Okay. Epimetheus is not defending, so too early. Wait, I didn't get to do it? I didn't see any timing. There we go. Yes. So many counters. Alright, I should be able to attack Prometheus now. Nope, never mind. Yeah, you guys stay there and explode, please. Let's do some damage. Yeah. Nice counter. What just happened? Somebody blew up. I thought I got to take a Cronus turn. Yay. Oh, there's two. Well, alright, can I do items? Yes, I can. Okay. Here, take a milkshake. Alright, he's got full EP. We have no... We cannot generate EP with Hyperion. We can only attack that one far away? Okay. Nothing in the second one. Okay. Oh, 2 hits. We never... For the rest of our party, we never got anything with 2 hits. Oh, I don't get to choose for him anymore. Now I do, apparently. This is, range is not what I need. Okay. If he had just stayed there, it would have been better. Early. Alright. What's that axe is some kind of a... No. Hey, he moved. Now I gotta move again. Alright, I'll get both of you now. I can't do anything except this? Ah, late. I knew the second one was coming. What a pathetic display! Without the prince and Hyperion to help you, what will you do now? Wait, they just decided to one-shot him. Okay, they were playing. Poor little 8080. You never know your place in this society. I could have made you the richest of your caste. Powerful beyond belief for the likes of you doppelgangers. If only you listened to me when I offered you a choice. Let me go, you son of a glitch! Bam. Not the helmet! Oh! Yeah, you kinda need that. Don't touch my sister ever again, you swine! Only I can fight her. I wasn't planning to. Hard to tell who's talking. The both of you are not worth my time. If you don't die by my hands, it will be by Pandora's. How'd you escape the temporal prison? Who let you out? Your friend betrayed you, doppelganger. Simon was his name. He's on nobody's side but his own. Simon, huh? After hearing this, I know you're lying. Simon would never do this. He's the creator of the Keybase network. He's the one who hates you the most. Continue to think like that if it makes you feel better. It doesn't change the truth. You're a filthy liar. Look at you now, fighting me. What's the point of all this, huh? Do you think you'll ever be more powerful than us? Did you have any future at all? I have a much brighter future than you, Epimetheus. Look at what you are behind this mask. You who seek beauty, who created humans to look beautiful and to admire them? Then you're hiding this behind your mask? You disgust me. You don't deserve the life I let you keep. You may think I was weak for letting you escape, but I could have killed you at any moment, Epimetheus. But I felt pity for you, abandoned by your satellite siblings, hated. Every time we see Dealer's neck. His head just looks bulbous. It looks like he was being choked to death. The size does not, but it's consistent, so. I saw a little of myself in you. To envy Bobo for her courage to face you like all she does. But in the end, those kinds of feelings mean nothing, and they bring us nothing. What kind of lesson are you trying to bestow upon me, doppelganger? You have no business pitying me. Just get this over with. Punch me all you want if it gives you a sense of power. Do as you wish. I have already won.
Watching this display of friendship, love between you siblings awakened a part of me I had thought to be dormant, forgotten. It rekindled a want for better days of the past where me and Hyperion used to be closer.
Here we go again. They love to talk about themselves extensively. We got a new song. Or was this the one that we played last? She's about to die, Bobo. We can let her have her moment. You're the ones about to die, the both of you.
Siblings. Me and Hyperion always disliked each other, but it wasn't hate we felt at first. At least I didn't. I admired her. Her strength, her resilience. But when she got closer to Titan, closer to Father Saturn...
Who are you talking about?
That's when it all went downhill.
Oh, Hyperion.
Hyperion is Titan's Deva. She always has been. But that puts her higher than all of us in the hierarchy, even though she's a Deva. And she responds to the Emperor only. I wanted to be her friend, and she wished to be closer to me, but we couldn't. Titan was stricter with her than any one of us. That developed her a sense of perfectionism that has made her unbearable. She was so unreachable at that point. I could never match her results. Soon enough, Father Saturn stopped looking at me. His once brilliant child became another one of his children.
You're so much more than this, my dearest.
I know you'll say that, Prometheus, but what is the point if it doesn't come from Father? He'll never love me again. I'll end up like Epimetheus, abandoned and broken.
My poor brother, a fool. Epimetheus deserved what he got, and you will also get what you deserve. I don't think so, doppelganger.
Rocket is here to help owners.
Rocket, where'd you come from?
It doesn't matter where I come from, only where I go. And now I go to win. No winning for you, my little dolls. This is the point where you'll give up on your little game. After all, I need to bring a gift to Father. An offering. And you three seem appetizing enough. Yum yum.
Does Saturn eat people? What? I'm waiting for a moment when Pandora gives us a command and the others are unable to resist, but because we're disconnected from the Keybase network, we can still fight.
Bobo, I'd rather let you live. Won't you reconsider? So you can sing for us forever? Won't that be so much fun? I can dispose of the rest. The robot and your doppelganger aren't useful.
No thanks. I'm not joining you. Ever. Deny my queen. Deny your life. I shall end you. All right. We need somebody in the middle. What? Eh? What are they doing? How do I counter this? I'm confused. So I shouldn't be able to hit him, right? Aren't I supposed to stand in those? But I can't stand in all of those at once. Do I have one that can... Yeah. Yeah, no damage. What? Okay, they're regenning. Do I have to just walk into one of them? I want Bobo to move. If I'm standing here, can I hit him? No. That did EP damage. I guess I'm just hanging out until something happens. Just chucking dynamites around. I mean, yeah, I mean, like, I can't attack, right? I can't do anything. So, I'll just keep up my EP, I guess. Wait, there was a dynamite there? Pandora's playing the piano. Okay. I'm looking at the grid. Is there anywhere I can go? Like somewhere, anything I can interact with that might disrupt these beams? Cause I'm just waiting here. I got nothing to do. I could put up armor, I guess. That hit him? They could be attacked? I mean, they lost some health, so... Maybe they can't be attacked directly? What if I counter? Can I win through counters? I'm setting up a fire hydrant. I'm not taking damage from these things. Do I need to stand between them? Is that what it is? No. The effect got him. They're not healing. I'm also not taking damage from these beams. So, I'm also standing in all three of Pandora's beams, and we're not hurting her, so... Well, like if I move here and... Counter. No damage to the counter. How about if I do... Cherry Bomb. Where is it? No damage. Alright. They are taking damage from effects. So... Guess I chip away at them with effects. Like that. Yeah, so what can I do? I mean, yeah, they could just do that. Oh. Surprising sound effect. Okay, what if I do, what if I stand between them? I'm gonna take damage, but I'm standing between them. Still nothing. Okay. So what's happening is there's lots of effects on the board, and they are taking damage from effects very slowly. I'm gonna hop right here to avoid that. Yeah. No, please go back to that dynamite. Alright, there's some effects. No, stop going off the dynamite. No, no regen, please. Yeah, and it can't be a bug, the lines going out, because they would be kind of random and weird. This is not random. It is very deliberately going toward several points. I'm gonna get on this regen so they can't go there. I get some health from moving. I have effects on some things. I don't know. I'm trying to find out where the effects are. So this battle has gone on long enough that I'm guessing I can't... I'm just guessing that I am not supposed to simply wait for them to become vulnerable. I'm supposed to do something. I don't know what it is, though. Regen for us is nice. Couldn't I put that, so that effect on the far right space, couldn't I make that effect? Can't walk into his space. Yeah, gotta say, this is just kind of weird, tedious, and anticlimactic. Don't get off the dynamite spots. Ow. I'm late. No. Man, they get on the regen spots. I can't do it. Can't do nothing. None of my attacks have any effect. I can't do anything. I'll move here so that you can get off those spots. I need you to stop regenning, because the effects are the only way I can do anything to you. Okay, so rocket does affect damage, it seems. You're trapped. Actually, I don't want to trap you there. I did some more. Maybe I do want to trap them there. I'm doing effect damage. Dang it. Whoa! That's kind of insane. I did damage. Oh, they've de-resonated. Huh. Okay. So I did just have to wait forever. Alright, it's time to do some damage. Yes. Alright, punch. Early shucks. Oh, not good. I will switch places. This Bobo can hit more. I thought you might be doing another one. Oh, I get another turn. Always, every time. Is that your counter stance? Yes. What? I perfected! That makes no sense. This is my last one. Alright, gotta play good. So instead of attacking while they're in counter mode, yes, perfect, perfect. All right, so now that we have a lot of EP, let's go counter. Everybody counter. Just try to attack me. Now they're gonna counter me. No? Yes. They're both very, very low. Well, guess what? You're gonna go down before that. Will I ever get a turn? Alright. Time to take you both down. Yeah! Yes! The rulers have been defeated. What's gonna happen next? Do we just win the game? Come, Bobo, we need to flee. They're ready to launch.
Launch what?
the entire tube into space. I mean, the parts of the tube that weren't detached, at least. The Akasha spaceship system, that's our way off Saturn. A few moments later, as the doppelgangers concoct a plan to escape, everyone in the entire... everyone from the scrapyard zone, I guess. Dealer, go get Rocket! You go in first, Bobo. Robots must go through demagnetization to enter. Okay, but make it fast. Listen, bot. Lilybug said she wanted to talk to you before we leave.
Rocket doesn't want to go. Lilybug is mean old owner. New owner Bobo said Rocket should forgive, but she abandoned Rocket. Does Rocket have to go?
You're making this really hard for me, bot. It'll be quick. Go see if you can find her, okay? She said she'd be nearby. No, Rocket, don't do it. Why are we leaving Rocket behind?
Is everyone here?
Yes.
What about Rocket?
Rocket didn't get here on time. He didn't make it.
What do you mean he didn't make it? He was supposed to be with you. I saw you both together and...
He was summoned by Lilybug and he decided to be with her. She's his rightful owner, Bobo. He didn't forget about her, you know. He longed to be with her before the government tore them apart.
What? If that was his choice, then that's fine, but what if he was made to follow her? Maybe he did it to save us, or...
I can't talk about ifs, but he made his choice.
Rocket. Oh. Wait. Is that... Rocket? Oh my... No, it's so sad. Rocket, why are you there? Why did you abandon me? You said so many times for me not to abandon you. You said you were afraid of being left behind. But now you won't come with us. Why? He's crying, dealer. Doesn't even have the circuitry machinery for that. Are you sure that was his decision?
I'm not sure, but that's what he told me. I need to get back to the control station, Bobo. Are you going to be alright?
No, I won't.
But you can go. There's nothing you can do now. Thank you, bro. At least you're with me. I better go help Ivy.
My heart will always be with you, Rocket. My friend. My best friend. I will miss you. Please be happy with Lilybug. Please. Detaching sequence has begun. The main engine is starting. Everyone, buckle up.
Bobo, come on. Get in your seat.
What about Rocket?
I'm sure he'll be fine. If he's with the satellites, they must have an escape route themselves.
That's what I'll have to hope for.
Are we gonna run out of the spaceship and... Oh, no, I guess it's too late for that. Thrusters at full speed! Ready to start detachment of lower zones. Oh, all the zones are here, except Scrapyard at the bottom, I guess. Drainage sewer system zone detached. Soundwave City and High Roads Expressway zones detached. Did we rescue everyone? Or are we destroying everyone right now? Are we being the bad guys right now? Because it's not clear to me. Forgotten Technology Database Backup Zone detached. Basilica of the Hymn Zone detached. Doppelganger breeding ground zone detached. The Akasha spaceship system is now fully activated. Immortality shield is on. Entering deep space travel mode. So I'm confused. Huh? Did Saturn just blow up? If all this is a nightmare, I hope to wake up soon, Rocket. Where was Rocket left? Is Rocket still on the part of the ship that's still there, or... I'm so confused. So we can go back to the days where we were having fun together. When we were biking around, fighting those who oppressed us. Everything was always a struggle. Every day presented a new hurdle. But I had you there by my side. Now I feel the loneliest I've ever been. Dealer said countless times you're just a robot. Maybe you are just a robot. And I'm just a NEO Doppelganger Batch 3. But the memories we made were real. Beyond everything we were made for, we were friends. I will always remember you, Rocket. And I hope you will always remember me. Dissonance ending. So I wonder if it was possible to... I bet it was possible to leave with everybody. That has to be it. However, I am okay with this ending. I don't feel the need to play the game through again. And the animations are so good. Nana Anglerman. And Electra Bear is the third one. Look at this animation. It's so good. Alright. What I didn't like about that ending was Dealer was just like, okay, person who was our friend until now, you have to stay behind, but you just have to stay behind for no reason. Like, what was his reason? Is that something that we'd have to explore the game more to find out? Maybe there is a reason. Maybe Rocket has like some kind of program that influences the world or something, and the only way for the actual Rocket to get to where it's going is for the character Rocket to stay behind. But they didn't say anything like that, it's just left to speculation. Oh man, what they did very, very well was set the vibe. And I'm talking like, it's cyberpunk, it's fantasy, it's space fantasy. This is something very rare. Honestly, this team is one of a kind. I will say that. This development team is one of a kind. Virgo versus the Zodiac was something special. This is even more special. What they can do well, they can do well. Let's establish that. I do think they have a lot of work to do. The text got bloated a few times. Honestly, so if we compare this to Virgo versus the Zodiac, it is better in almost every way. The things that Virgo did well, this game does better. Virgo had enormously bloated text. This game had just slightly annoyingly bloated text. Virgo had some things that were just really bad game design. Like I mentioned, the ending determining choice in the middle, where what you choose has the opposite effect to what you choose, and so it feels like you don't have control over that choice. This game didn't have that, which is great. Special thanks to you for somehow getting to the very end of this game. It's players like you that make the hardships of the development worthwhile. Well, mutual thanks. And keep making great art. One thing that is difficult when you have games with branching paths and alternate endings is it can be hard to, or like you can miss important things, and so things don't make sense. Like, why does Rocket have to stay behind? In my playthrough, in my experience, that is a huge hole. It's a plot hole. It makes no sense. Bobo can feel sad at the end that there are ways to do that, to make Rocket stay behind maybe a tragedy, a misunderstanding, you can do that. But Dealer was just like, screw Bobo and Rocket, ha ha ha, and did not recognize his motivation. I can think of possible motivations, but that's just me theorizing. It's not part of the story. So after taking a night's sleep, my thoughts on this ending have crystallized a bit more. I do not like this ending. The reason I don't like it is because I don't feel I have agency as a player. I don't feel like this ending is my responsibility. When multiple endings are done well, there are clues in the game that if you pay attention to, you can make the right choices on your first try to get the good ending. It gives a player a sense of responsibility and agency. We are the ones who caused this ending. So if we get a bad ending, we should be able to look back on it and think, oh yeah, I should have made that different choice back here and the different choice over here. Now that I understand, like, why didn't I see the clues? Now if I go back and play again, I'll be able to get the good ending because I understand and I know what I'm doing and I can make the good choices. Whereas with this game, I don't see any moments when I should have made different choices. Let's put it that way. There was that one time when I could pick the left door instead of the right door. That is not a good ending determining choice. And also this whole thing with Dealer just randomly saying, Rocket, you can't come with us, but with no explanation. Like if we knew his motivation, then we could be like, oh yeah, I should have done this differently so that wouldn't have been set up way back in the past. But because we don't know his motivation, is there a way that we can change it? I don't know. Now, a couple games that do this really, really well are the Myst series and Abduction, where you have to pay attention to the environment. The environment gives you clues. Who do you trust? Who is going to do the wrong thing? You have to figure out what is going on in the world so that on your first try, you can get the best ending. Another great example is Hollow Knight, where if you just go through the motions and you do as you're told, you will get an unsatisfying ending. But if you choose to explore the whole world and learn all the clues and gain all the powers, then you can get a good and powerful ending. This game didn't do either of that. It was just kind of, you have some choices, but the choices are like left door or right door. Or who would you take with you? Hypothetically, this is not really going to happen, but hypothetically, who would you take with you? So like, are we jinxing our way to a different ending? Is that how it works? So with all the praise I have about this game and about Virgo vs. the Zodiac, one thing that really stands out that the developers need to work on is making their endings satisfying. Give the players a chance to understand what is going on and make the right choices along the way, and have a sense of agency and responsibility so that we feel like we earned whatever ending we got, be it positive or negative. The things Virgo did well, the battles, the timed hits, this game does better. The combat system in this game was one of the most fun and interesting combat systems I have ever seen. It was a little complicated. There was a whole lot of strategy that is possible. I mean, if you want to play again in the harder difficulties, of course. For me, as a new player, it was quite overwhelming, and I did just kind of stumble through going for hard attack. I mean, I figured out that the ones on the sides are life attacks and the ones on the top are EP attacks, but all the effects, any strategy, like I could barely strategize because I just didn't know what was going on. It was too complicated. I feel like this is the kind of combat that you build up to over a very, very long game, like one twice as long as this, where you build it up more slowly and become a master over time, or over multiple games even. Space fantasy is rare and is my favorite genre. Like Star Wars, especially old Star Wars, it was my first exposure to science fiction, and the Force, it's magic, and it's in space, and it's incredible. The sci-fi novels that I write, the one I'm working on right now, has a lot of inspiration from space fantasy. There are elements in it that are, let's say, beyond science enough that even scientists are like, this is basically magic. injecting some of my love for fantasy and philosophy regarding science with my perspective at having gone through graduate school for physics. Stuff that's so advanced that, is it science? Is it magic? You don't really know because it comes from outside the scientific paradigm. But yeah, this game and Virgo vs. the Zodiac both reminded me through their space fantasy vibes. They gave me inspiration for my story. They both reminded me of something while I was struggling thinking of what to write next or how to build my story. I'm like, oh yeah, I need to go for these vibes. I need to not allow myself to say, no, that's not realistic. I need to say, yes, that's what the story needs. The music is something else. This was definitely a cyberpunk story. They might have tried to do a little bit too much with like alternate worlds and timelines and time travel. I don't know if any of that actually happened or was relevant to the story. I have this hypothesis that the timelines and time jumping and stuff have to do with different playthroughs and with different players playing the game, because it didn't really contribute to the story in any other way. Yeah, some of the story parts I felt had missed opportunities. Like the religion, I know I talked about this, we just kind of beat up the Pope and then everything was great. There wasn't really any story there, when I felt like that was kind of part of the marketing for this game, that Bobo is a sinner, that something that is an abomination in this world, and putting more focus on that church plotline would bring out that a bit more. New Game Plus unlocked. I'll open the save menu so you can save your game. If you continue from the save, it will start a New Game Plus. Alright, we'll save that in an empty slot, because I am honestly not interested in New Game Plus. Alright, yes, again, the things that this game did absolutely the strongest was the art, the music, and the vibes. Very, very incredible. I will continue to play the RPGs that Munana Games make in the future, because there's something special. And even if they're not great art in all aspects yet, even if they have ways, dimensions that they could improve in, they are improving, as this game was a definite improvement over Virgo vs. the Zodiac. So the RPGs they play in the future, you will see on this channel. They're also releasing a roguelite called Necromorphosis pretty soon. It might even be out by now, I'm not sure. I will not be playing that because it's not really my thing, but if you want to support the developers with something that you haven't seen me play all the way through, you can check that game out. And that is going to be it for Keylocker. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more RPGs and other awesome games. I'll see you next time. Bye!